We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. They love their football in this part of the country, and this crowd is ready to go as their guys will match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. He will return this from deep in the end zone.
Jones, first carry for the USC man. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down.
Here's second and 10. Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
From the gun on third down, Brady. The left side completion to Jones. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
On play action, now Brady. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come, we get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week and takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
On second and 10, Brady out to the right. He's got the tight end wearing. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Again, it's Brady. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Chase Young in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Gun.
Here's a give to Gibson.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Just beating the play clock is Newton. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. So, CD, his very first pass of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know that's a major surprise for any quarterback because, look, let's face it, no one thinks about throwing interceptions. But think about all the warm-up that we saw, right? Every pass he threw wasn't a single interception because, oh, that's right, there were no defenders out there. A little bit different when there's live guys out there chasing the football.
Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run. 2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Brady now on 1st down. Wide open, Gronkowski. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Tampa Bay. To throw, it's Brady. And he's got Gronkowski yet again. And he's got this down to the 35. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a 1st down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Brady gives this one off to Jones. 1st down and much more here for Jones. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
Dante Pettis now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
A 6-2 is their record through the first 8 weeks. Now, Charles, what is your assessment for them in the second half of the season?
Well, I think that the road gets a little bit tougher for them. And when I look at their schedule, I see some of these road games, and I know those are going to be difficult. But this is a good team, so I'm going to go with 11-5. That seems about right, and I think that'd be a nice accomplishment, too.
Play action. Newton. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
He's crossing. He's checking crack. Switch. 8. Watch
the play action. It's Newton. Lines up and lets it go for Samuel. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
So, CD, you talk about this football team. Some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely. But that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that. Talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here. And then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we've got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame that talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their careers. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Check it back. Check three. Check.
They run the toss now with Gibson.
And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Yeah, the box with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
6-man. Check curls. He's coming. Double up. Great.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down. The give is to Jones. And down inside the 15 he goes.
62 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Into the red zone, it's Brady.
Quick slant to Brown. And the Bucs are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point put through by Succop, and that'll make the score 14-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Here's Newton.
This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. To throw is Newton. And that is incomplete.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Check, crouch, crouch, crouch. Check, 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 check. Gun, gun, gun.
From the gun, here's Newton.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
45
Newton throwing again. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
45, 45. Mike, 45. Watch the pass, watch the pass. Here we go,
Newton.
That's out to the flat for Gibson.
That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
To throw again on second down. Newton. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 25-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Newton. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
They'll run with Gibson.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Antonio Gibson,
his 6th touchdown of the season.
And Washington able to make this a close game again.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel.
On play action, it's Brady. Got him in, it's Brown. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports.
Here's Dante Pettis on the return.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Now, they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
50 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack.
Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Oh, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel. Okay, so when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. And this offense, they've got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column.
20.
To try again after the sack. Newton. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. Here's Newton. That's complete. Middle of the field to Humphreys. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10.
On the counter, Gibson.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. There'll be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 5.
Gun. 52's the mark, boys. 52. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Throwing is Newton. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Tampa Bay. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. Brady now on 1st down. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. An injured player still down, and that's Chris Godwin. So the wide receiver slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Throw left side, taken in by Miller. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. One back in the game. That's Jones. 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Brady going to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. They'll go for it. It's Brady. Touchdown! It's complete. Ronald Jones, his 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. He's got his target, it's Humphries. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter. Now a 1st down throw for Newton. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And it's a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Newton. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Washington on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Newton to throw. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time.
Picked up by Jamel Dean.
And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Brady. And Gronkowski's got it. Complete over the middle. And he's brought down.
Brady on target to Gronk. First down, Buccaneers.
Now Brady. This will be caught by Brown. That catch good for only a couple.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Gronkowski's got it on the crossing route.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Out of the pistol, the give to Jones. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Leonard Fournette,
his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Buccaneers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. This one now, Charles, you'd have to think all but over.
I would agree with that because this offensive line, they've been physical from the first snap of the game, and it's taken a toll on this defense, and it was never more evident than on that play right there. They continue to move the line of scrimmage forward, and they open up enough space there to get their guy into the end zone.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Second and 10.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10. The shotgun snap for Newton. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
He'll let this go for the end zone. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And Washington able to close the gap just a bit. The 4th quarter touchdown there, back to a 2-score game, but time is not their ally.
No, it's not, partner. They still have a pulse, but it's probably a little weak right now. A lot of things have to go right in these final 2 minutes plus for them. I think they have to be thinking onside kick here, and we know how difficult those are to recover.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives. And a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after them right here. I
really
want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
But let's watch it and find out who's right.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Brady going to throw here.
He'll drop this underneath for Jones.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And he's able to find Miller. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Now Jones. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.